Okay, so here we go with shaping the neck of the guitar. So here we are getting ready to wind the pickups with my pickup machine. Actually, the pickup machine was made in about 2011 with the idea that I would like to try making my own pickups. It then sat in the loft for 8 or 9 years, being unused until last year when I decided to build my first guitar. And so I rescued it from the loft and started using it. It works quite well, actually. So to talk about the pickups, the pickups have been given a name, just like everything else I do. So we have the GooGie guitar, which is 1950s inspired. I'm considering my pickups in the same way, and I'm kind of, if you like, extrapolating back. My neck pickup on the slug side, which is the one that's in the machine now, I've got that down at 3.5k ohms. Okay, if you're not into facts and figures, just skip forward a little bit and you'll be good to go. But yeah, so I've gone for 3.5k, and through all the information I've got with 42 AWG cable, is that's going to require 4,375 turns, and that gives me, I've worked it out at 0.8 ohms per turn. So for 3.5k DC resistance, I need 4,375 turns. If we look at the screw side of the neck pickup, that's going to be a little bit hotter, and that's going to be 3.9k ohms, okay, which gives us 4,875 turns of wire onto that bobbin. So you can see they're a little bit down on what you would expect pickups of these days to be. The bridge That on the slug side will be at 3.8k ohms. So the bridge is going to be a little bit hotter than the neck pickup. And that's coming in at 3.8k ohms, which gives me 4,750 turns. The screw side is going to be 3.9k ohms, which is going to be 4,875 turns. Now it's a little bit down on what you would normally expect, but it's not by a lot. Normally you're looking, I think, is around about 4k ohms for the pickups. So I've just brought them down that little bit, see how they sound. The magnet in the humbucker pickups even, that might work better. The magnets in the pickups, I've gone for Alnico 3s. They give a nice balance, and they give you plenty of mid-range. So I'm hoping that actually when it comes to clean tones, it's going to be really clean, and it's just going to have that little bit of extra mid-range in it, which I think is going to be appropriate. Now this wire, obviously for the windings, is insulated, and it's insulated with a very thin layer of enamel. And what happens is, of course, because of that insulation, you can't get a reading through it at the moment, and also, of course, you have to use the solder and the heat of the soldering iron to melt away that enamel so that it can make a connection. Okay, so here we go. So my wiring is not as tidy as the stuff or the pickups you would buy in the shops, but they will be nonetheless very effective, hopefully. Sticky on. Okay. So this is just silver ribbon. So if I was getting above myself, I could say, well, of course that's my signature ribbon, of course, but no, it's just one I chose really. And actually, the reason I chose it is because it's actually quite neutral. So it doesn't matter what I do with the body of any guitar I build in the future. If I'm using silver ribbon, it goes with pretty much anything. So now I'm pulling it reasonably tight because I want it to take in all of those bits of tape, hold them really tight. So that's what I'm going to do there. So I've pulled it tight, holding it down, and then in with a bit of super glue. Make sure it's sitting in the middle. Just try and make sure, I'm just rubbing it to make sure it goes through both layers of ribbon. Okay. Another bit of ribbon, and for the final bit of ribbon I go around both pickups. So that's them two set together. Now again, it's just a case of taking the ribbon round, bobbing, out. We just have to remove that bit of shielding, and we're now going to build the pickup using this selection of bits here. So here's the base. Here's all the bits I've got. Now, one of the first things I'm going to do, handily the magnet seems to keep hold of everything. Okay, so I know that the magnet I'm putting in is Alnico 3, but I need to determine which is the north and which is the south. So for this I've got this handy compass which is pointing to this side being the south. This one's pointing to the north. So this direction going up here, north. So therefore this direction here, south. Okay. Done that. So we'll just put the magnet over here for a minute. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be setting that onto the bass in that direction, because the lead actually comes out of the guitar that way. If anything, just to be resting on that. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. So let's pull it through to where it's supposed to go. Okay. If you can see it, but just sandwiched in there, and the earth didn't make it through yet. So I'm just pulling the earth wire through. Okay, so you can see that it's only, well, perhaps you can't, but it's just going to be the black sheath which is passing through that part of the pickup. So while I'm assembling it, I think I'll get my first screw and start putting that in. Have I got a screwdriver? Nope. So we've got these little screws here which actually hold the bobbins to the base, and they require a very small screwdriver. Let me just go get that. So just pull that bobbin. That's it. Just nip it up. Now I don't have to worry about that one. And pull the rest of it. Let's put that screw by the wire. Just hold that all in there is probably a good idea. So we're on the home straight with the pickups now, because they're all finished, they've been wound on, they've been connected to the outside world. The one thing left for us to do with these is to drop them into hot wax, to pop the pickups and close up, stop the coils from vibrating and creating strange noises. So that's what we're going to be doing next. So I've got there a pot of wax, so we've just now got it in the pan with the water boiling away there. We can put our first pickup into the wax. So in it goes. Okay, so now this pickup has done its 20 minutes. Take it out. Right. So there. Just give it a wipe off. So it's very hot, but you need to wipe the top off really. Find out what the the final resistance for these pickups is going to be. And for the neck pickup, I'm expecting the screw side to be 3.9k. So if I just put that one onto there, and it does, oh that's good, 3.9k for that one. And then on the slug side, which is the green and black, I'm expecting 3.5, and that's coming at 3.5. So the neck pickup is bang on what we was expecting. So if we go to the bridge pickup, the red and white for this one is the slug side. So it's red and white, and what we're expecting for that is 3.8k. Alright, we're bang on 3.8k there, so that's good. And then we go for the black and the green for the bridge, and for that we're expecting 3.9k. And that one's come in at 3.9k, so that's bang on what was predicted. So that's the final resistances of the pickups worked out. So that's all good. Hi guys, so that's the end of another episode. It's been quite a busy episode. There's been plenty for you to be watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you particularly enjoyed the pickup. I know pickup making. I know not many people in the build of make their own pickups. So hopefully you found that interesting. I wish I could have gone into more depth of how I did it, but of course time is always going to be the problem. We've seen the body go into paint. You've seen now the wonderful blue that's been selected for the body and the neck. So that's in the process of being finished now. It's in lacquer, and that's just needed to be buffed up and finally shined up. But I've got to give that a week or so to get to that. So hopefully you enjoyed the episode. It's been great having you for company. Hopefully you'll join us for the last video. So with that in mind, I'll see you later. Take care. Bye bye.